Okay, I didn't want to make this video. I really don't. But, well, yeah, here it goes. A video that a lot of people are not going to want to hear. Okay, remember back when Cyclonus said a horrible thing about the guy who did the whole Miami shooting thing and should go to the PlayStation area? That was a horrible thing he said, and I don't think he's yet apologized about it because, in my honest opinion, I don't really care or like Cyclonus, even though he tries to spark up a conversation with me in Glitch. Yes, I'm in Glitch. And I know it was a while ago, but here's the reason that I made this video because I didn't know that somebody I've been friends with on PlayStation Network, I don't know if I am anymore, but well, I know him. He's not a good friend of mine, but I know who he is, and I've talked to him a few times. And of course, it's Thanos. If most of you don't know who it is, it's fine. He's not a bad person per se. He's just somebody I knew on an acquaintance because when I went on the old Pocky 2K chat, our little podcast that he had, I did it for fun, but I'm not talking about that. No, I will, but later on. The reason why is that Thanos did a reply over Cyclonus and was mad that nobody at Glitch had said anything, even though I think there was somebody on Glitch who did, and was rightfully mad at Cyclonus for saying such a horrible, horrible fucking thing, especially after the horrible incident that had happened in Miami. And of course, nobody brought up the incident just before that. The singer who died in her brother's arm because an aesthetic fan was nice enough to shoot her for no apparent reason. These were horrible incidents, but and Cyclonus should have kept his mouth shut. But anyways, in Thanos' reply, he was mad that nobody at Glitch had said anything. And then he said something weird because it references me and me alone. And I know he made this video 2 weeks ago. And I know he has a whole bunch of other videos, mostly on Dave Had Enough, which I'm going to say this real quick. I'm not really good friends with Dave Had Enough. The thing is, Dave subbed to me first before I subbed to him for reasons because I didn't really know him and I still don't know him. But he subbed to me first and even put on my PlayStation chat. I don't really know who the guy is, except that he gets on his PlayStation 4 and badmouths the PlayStation 4 while praising everything about Xbox One. That's when I stopped watching his videos because that's all he does. But anyways, Thanos video. Thano said that, when other YouTubers were basically preoccupied with doing stuff and posting stuff about something or other and something or other, and then he said Black Bond and posting stuff about Black Bond, which is funny because I'm the only person on Glitch who posted stuff about Black Bond, and yes, I admit that freely. Not gonna run away from that truth. And I was doing it at the time when the Miami shooting happened. And the main reason why I did that, and I guess Thanos didn't know, was that I didn't know the shooting had happened at the time. And the reason why I didn't know the shooting had happened is that, well, I play video games and watch sci fi. I normally don't because I'm a big sci-fi nerd. I love sci-fi stuff, and also because of certain other personal problems you haven't heard or living in a closet from my past videos. Even though I'm close to 3 years now, even though it's still hard to live with. Well, I say close because it's still 2 years. No, I think it's actually close to 2 years. Well, anyways, my brother died. So I've been still going through a lot of personal stuff. I had to go live with my mother for a while, but now I'm living on my own again because, try dealing with a mother who just lost her son who she's been trying to take care of most of her life. Because my brother had tons of uh, health problems. And it was either the surgery that he had recently or the two assholes who broke in the house and beat the living shit out of him that possibly killed him. I'm going with the two assholes. Now, I'm not saying that Thanos should have known this because there's no way in hell he would have. It's not his fault. No one would go after Thanos on that shit because, like I said, Thanos is an okay guy and I have no beef with him. But he did mention Black Bond when the time I was mentioning Black Bond. Of course, at that time, Black Bond was going mentally insane. He still is, by the way. Basically going after his own viewers, starting fights with people, and then blocking them as to ensure, so he can get up there and say, "Yeah, I beat these social rejects. Look at me, I beat them." And then, of course, better video gamer, and of course, Black Bond pissing off that group of hackers known as the Big Cheese Committee, which is not connected to the Big Cheese's YouTube page. That's a completely different. That's a completely different reason or a person, even though he was the one that started the Big Cheese Committee. It's confusing, but it led to the Big Cheese Committee being formed because of the Big Cheese guy, the YouTuber, and what Review Tech USA had done, and of course Black Bond defending Review Tech USA. By the time I made my last video, that's when I found out about the whole shooting, and it was horrible. I didn't comment or say on anything because personal problems. I don't want to get into it. But at times I really wish Cyclones would just shut the fuck up. Seriously. I've got enough stress in my life right now. Now, I know Thanos says that he mentions people in his videos and names. He didn't mention my name at all. He just mentioned Black Bond's name, which strictly pointed the finger right at me. I'll put a link in the video. Put a link in the to the video on the description so you know what's going on. When he said it, it's goes by pretty fast, and of course Thanos does own the living shit out of the Cyclonus. I think he did apologize. I don't know because right now I'm trying to describe a bunch of bullshit that's going on all at once because this is just one giant ball of fuckery. And yes, I know that he recently had a fallout with Pocky 2K. And like I said, I only joined Pocky 2K's live stream because I was bored. But when the last one he had me in, he threw me out of the chat group. Basically, him and Thanos and Armored all basically ganged up on me to force me to say why I wasn't happy with Microsoft. And Pocky knew that the explanation was going to be long, but he just cut me off anyways. So I basically got the message and left and didn't come back. And I know Thanos could probably corroborate that little story because I never went back to Pocky's little chat group or his little podcast ever again, even though I received certain invitation when Better Gamer was going after Black Bond, or Better Gamer was talking about Black Bond, and along with Resurrection and Shadow Man. But I ignored all of the invitations from Pocky 2K, and I'm not surprised that he ended up backstabbing his friends. Because as I was saying earlier, I had personal problems going on. And I don't know exactly when, I forget when, but in a couple of months, I'm going to be gone for probably a whole 2 months because I still got to, because at it with the thing with after my brother had died, I moved and I'm no longer in a small town in Missouri. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at now, but yeah. So I got to go all the way back to Missouri and get all my shit and bring it up here. I mean, my computer's obviously here, but I'm going to leave my computer and stuff here. But yeah, you know, I don't want to live in the same state where my brother died and possibly murdered. Yeah, see ya.